Hi everyone, it's Jerry Ann with scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and I am so excited to join you guys tonight and make up some little Valentine's-y things. We definitely have a couple of different little projects coming up, some inspiration I saw. I have a couple of friends who needed little trinket things, boxes, bags, that kind of stuff for Valentine's for their kids, and so I had done a little snooping around online, and I have these cute little treat bag holders, or treat holders, and they are super, super cute. So I'll be creating those tonight. We're going to be creating little tags as well to go on them. And so these would hold some Hershey Kisses, or these could be for Valentine's Day, they could be for Mother's Day, they could be really nice little favors on a table for a wedding, just Easter little something at the table, you know, like the table favors and stuff like that. So we're going to do that using the punch board. The other thing is, for those of you, my sons both have special education services. So not only do they have like a gen ed teacher, but they have a special ed teacher and a couple of adults who work in their classrooms. My son, Harrison, has 2 student teachers as well, one in the special ed classroom, one in the gen ed classroom. And then Mr. J has 2 adults in his special ed classroom besides the teacher, and then the teacher in the other classroom. And they all have providers, a speech therapist, an occupational therapist. So I want to do something like that. But they also have a PE teacher, a music teacher, a librarian. So that's a lot of little things to do. So I've come up with some cute little things because I thought these would be really cute to give maybe to the office staff with just a little something in them. So I thought we would make these this evening, show you guys how to make these cute little treat boxes. For some of the staff, we're going to do some cute little notebooks. These are memo pads from the dollar store. You get 5 in a package. I have a couple of the junior size legal pads that we'll kind of do a couple of those as well. I just wanted to kind of use some of the things that we had. I am going to use the, I'm going to use a lot of different little pieces. I have some confetti wishes, which is what this paper is, but I also have the Valentine paper, which is called Heartstrings. So we have this paper to work with as well. And then I also picked up and have had, actually not picked up, I've had this Glitz paper pad, which is called Black and White, and it's got a lot of red and some pretty things in it too. So at least for some of the boxes, we'll definitely be able to kind of do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am going to break the video into each little project for you guys so that you can just watch that one. You don't have to go scrolling through. I hope that's working for all of you. I am going to use I think I'm going to use the large tag punch from Stampin' Up. I just happen to have this in my stash. I have some cute pieces of paper, and so I want to go ahead and get started. First of all, we're going to make 3. You need a 6x6 piece of paper. And these were on a ring, and they have extras. I have a whole thing of paper here that I definitely could use, multiple kinds of things, different things that look really cute. So this is a great way to use up 6x6 paper. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to make the little tag in a bag box. That's what this is called. We're going to use, we're going to do a few things because the stamp of the month this month is really cute. Dave, could you figure out what they're doing up there? It sounds like the whole thing's coming down on us and I'm broadcasting.
Okay.
All right, guys. So, I have a couple of sheets of paper. This is the one with the hearts with the different arrows, and then it's got newsprint on the back. This one is an arrow piece, and it's got flowers on the back. And then we have this piece that is blue with little hearts, and on the back it's got these really nice pretty hearts. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this this one right here. I have holes in the corners of my paper because they were the sample things. Yes, there is Boy Scouts. They just are, it's 6 o'clock and they don't leave until like 6:30. But it's definitely better. Alright, so we're going to use our envelope punch board. So hopefully you guys have these in your stash of stuff. I know everybody, it was all the rage and everything. I know that Stampin' Up's got them. I know, you know, just all kinds of stuff. And so, hold on, I've got to turn my heater so that it blows, because if not, I'm going to have like tan legs or something. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, so a 6x6 piece of cardstock. And we're going to punch and score. So we're going to go ahead and punch at 1 3/8 and score. And we're going to go to 4 inches, punch and score. And then we're going to rotate around, and on the score line that's right here, we're going to go ahead and line up our little guide. We're going to punch and score and move it over, and we're going to punch and score. And we're going to do that again. We're going to line it up and punch and score, punch and score, punch and score, and punch and score. Yeah, it definitely is all the talk. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and burnish all of these lines. Save those little pieces. Oh, wait. First of all, we're going to do is we're going to round each of these corners. Okay? So now all you're going to do is you're going to burnish each and every one of these corners. Fold all on the score lines. Okay. It was definitely an interesting game. The nice thing is that a lot of the fans here haven't abandoned them. They were welcomed home yesterday, or today, and everybody's like, you know, we'll be good. Alright, oh, I just cut this without kind of showing you guys. Okay. So there are two kinds of flaps on this. There's a nice little skinny one, and then there's a big fat one. On the big fat sides are going to be up and down, and your skinny sides on the sides. You're going to cut from your big fat side down to your score line on each side. You're going to turn it around, and you're going to do that again on this side. Okay? So what it's going to look like is like this. Okay? So here's the piece. So when it's all kind of folded and done, it ends up looking kind of like this. Okay? Fat side, skinny sides, and the folds are together. Okay? You're going to grab your punch board again. And then what I am doing is I will round these ends again by just lining it up with the side of the punch board. And it just rounds those corners so that they're nice and round instead of sharp. It's just a finishing touch. So they just round those. Okay? You guys can see? Just ended up rounded. I'm going to take a little bit of chocolate distress ink, which is in our catalog in the back. At least I think it still is. I haven't used it in ever. Let's make sure we still have it. Yep, we do. It is on page 180. There are two little small distress ink pads. They're just 1x1s. And you get one in black and one in chocolate for $3.95. So I'm going to use the chocolate one. And all I'm going to do is distress all my edges here. And this one is not very... I'm glad you guys can't hear anything because it sure sounds like they are ready to come down like through the floor upstairs. You want to do the inside of these little itty bitty tiny ends. Okay. I'm glad you made it. Yep. I have no idea what they're doing up there either. It's like they're standing on the squeakiest part of my house, I guess. Craziness. All right. All right, so all of our pieces is distressed, so you guys can see where all the crisscrosses are and everything. Two little pieces. All right, so now what you're going to do is the two middle pieces come up. What we're going to do is you're going to get some glue dots, and you're going to put a glue dot on the corner here. And this works best if you kind of have the mini glue dots, but I have these big, huge honkin' ones that I've had forever. And what you're going to do is you're going to add it to the sound. Ugh. They'll be leaving soon. And then you're going to line it up with the bottom and again, push there. Okay? So that gives us one side of our box. Okay, it kind of looks like an envelope. If we push this side down, it would look like an envelope. Okay? So again, on the other side, we are going to take and add a glue dot on each side here. Okay, and we're going to attach this right at the bottom. Kind of line it up at the bottom. Okay, and then this one as well. I missed a corner with my stressing there. Alright, so now we have something that looks like this. Okay, now you can do two things. You can push these down to the sides, like these ones are, so you can see the contrasting pattern. That's what I'm going to do on this one. You just take your little glue dot and push it down. This is a cute thing that's going to take, this would be something really easy to do in front of the TV. Okay, so my papers had holes in them already, so I'm going to grab my Big Shot. And I'm going to go ahead and pop a hole into the top. So now I have a hole on each side. All right. And then I'm going to grab out of my scrap bin pile bag of goodies. I'm going to grab some black cardstock. I'm reading like the school stash I normally give. And I'm going to go ahead and punch out I'm going to punch 3 of these guys because I'm going to do 3 of these boxes. We're going to have 3. Actually, we're going to do 4 because there's 3. There's 3 monsters, so we're doing 3. So I have 3 little tags here. All right. So you know what? We got it to this. We've got our 3 little tags. The next thing is the embellishing. So let's go ahead and get these 2 already done as well. And that way I can embellish everything together. Okay, so you're gonna need your punch board, and we're gonna score and do. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. We're going to we're going to go ahead and punch and do all of our little pieces. So we're going to do 1 3/8, punch and score, and 4, punch and score. We're going to rotate. We're going to line up, punch and score, punch and score. We're going to rotate, we're going to punch and score, punch and score, rotate again, punch and score, and punch and score. Okay, so now my hole ended up on one of the little itty bitty ends. Let's do that one more time with this one. Going to line up at 1 3/8. We're going to punch and score, and at 4. And we're going to rotate and have those lines meet up. We're going to punch and score, punch and score, rotate, punch, score, punch, score, rotate, punch, score, punch, score. You just got to remember 1 3/8 and 4, okay? So here's our pieces. Those are our little pieces. We're going to save those because I saw somebody do a flower with them. They were cute. All right. So on our big sides, we're going to cut up to the score line on each side. Not the little sides, not the little ends. Okay, the big ends. All right. We're going to do the same thing with this one. Just right up to the middle. So this can be a bag, but it also can be a box because you can push these sides down and have it be the outside, and it's a nice little box. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to score everything on our score lines and burnish that all really well. Sure are noisy tonight. All right, so we're going to round our corners. We're going to stick that in and punch each of our corners. Okay, and then each of our little flaps. Just gives a more finished edge. Okay. So we've got that one all scored. We'll get this one kind of done. Let's go ahead and punch our corners here. Alright. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fold all of this. You can do it with your fingers. You don't have to score so hard if you don't want to. Just makes it a little more forgiving. You can make it so that if you don't want things to fall out, you can put the little flaps in. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to do this one with this part out. What does this end up looking like on the outside? I think we're going to put the pink arrows on the outside of this one. It's cute. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our glue dots again. And we're going to go ahead and put one on our flap. Put another one here on our flap. Come across and down. All right. Okay. And these ones I'm going to go ahead and tuck on the inside. Because that hole is there. All right. So here again is our finished box. Got a little tag. Got a bag in a box kind of thing. Cute little inside, lots of room. So now we have two. We'll go ahead and put together a third one, and then we'll pull out some white cardstock and do some stamping. Got these cute little Valentine guys that say, "Love you, silly." Cute little guys. Alright, and then this print, the newsprint pieces, I'm going to go ahead and attach those on the outside. Sophie's on vacation. It's warm where she's at. I'm jealous. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my big crocodile, my big bite. Line up those holes, those pieces together. Give it a punch. And on this one, I'm just going to line these two pieces up together. And just give it a punch. Okay? So now we have our boxes done. We just need now to go ahead and use our little tags. And then I have this Love Ya Silly stamp set, and it says, "So cute I could eat you, I could just squish you, love your face, I love you, love ya silly." So what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of cardstock. Okay, I'm going to set these up here a little bit. We're going to take a piece of cardstock. I'm going to make one tag for each of those. And I'm going to use the heart out of this You're the Bomb. It's the Operation Smile stamp set that's only good through the 31st of March. And we're gonna make a few things. So the colors with this collection are, so that we know what colors we can stamp in that'll coordinate. They are Cranberry, Crystal Blue, Hollyhock, Lagoon, Whisper, and White Daisy. So I've got Whisper, Cranberry, Crystal Blue, Hollyhock, Lagoon, and White. Okay. I'm going to slip my paper back here. All right. So let's see. I think I want to do a blue guy, and I think I'm going to do a lagoon color for one of them. I definitely am going to do a hollyhock. And then I think I'm going to stamp my sentiments in Whisper. And I think I'm going to do a crystal blue guy as well. So we'll do each of our guys here. And our sentiment we will come up with. Okay. So I've stamped one of these guys, but I haven't really stamped them all. They're cute, guys. I'm going to use my squishy pad. I see a lot of people who are, when I was kind of perusing videos and things like that, see a lot of people using clear stamps, and they are just struggling to get a really good image. I saw somebody the other day take a nail file or a nail buffer to the bottom of the stamps, and I about died. Because, you know, you want a nice solid image, and that'll scratch the surface. So really, just getting them to grab some residue off your skin to kind of give them a way to kind of work. And then you don't have to do all of that, but you definitely need a squishy. And if you don't have a Close to My Heart stamp set that's got a squishy in it, you can use Fun Foam. And Fun Foam works really, really nice. And that for this technique. Okay? So I'm going to stamp my first monster dude in crystal blue. And I'm inking up my stamp really well. Yeah. And I'm going to stamp him out. No, he's so cute. Here. Let's see if I can get you closer without... There we go. He's really cute. I'm liking him. Alright, so he was our blue guy. Let's stamp another one. Sometimes the second image is always much, much better. Yay, so cute. Alright, then we're going to go for our pink guy. And this guy's coming in hollyhock. We're going to do this guy. He's really cute. Oh, he's adorable. I'm going to stamp him a second time. Because, you know, we're going to do Martha's favorite thing in the whole wide world, fussy cut. Ah, yeah, fussy cutting. And then our third guy is this guy. And I'm stamping him in Lagoon. He's got cute hearts. It's kind of an alligator-y guy. He's so cute. All right, so I think we're going to hang on to our Whisper. I'm going to move these guys off to the side a little bit. We'll probably come back to them. All right. All right, so we got our first little guy. He's really cute. All right, and I'm just fussy cutting a couple. Here's our second guy. And here's our blue guy. We have our green guy, our blue guy, and our pink guy. All right, last little bit and we are done with fussy cutting those. Got 3 more because they're really cute. All right, I have some pink enamel dots. These are flamingo dots. And then I have some of the red hearts. These are the enamel hearts. And let's see if the pink ones are still available. Of course, honey. There's my girl, you guys. She's in the chat. So, yep, the pink dots are flamingo dots. They are 3 pink shades for $3.95. And the red hearts, so the pink ones are Z1934. And the red heart ones are red enamel hearts are $3.95. You get 72. and Z2009 in 2 different sizes. You get 3 shades of pink in this one, so you get 108 in 3 sizes. So she wants a car, you guys. She's fine. I know what it is. Gonna make them all worry, Nicole. Alright. So I've got these little itty bitty ones, and there's a cute little heart right there on his thing. So we're gonna go ahead and fill his cute little heart here with our enamel heart. This little guy has some really cute little ones. She's a Washington girl. She's good for snow. Alright, so we gave him 3 little dots over there right next to his head. Only the people who live in Pennsylvania, Nicole, only the people who live in Pennsylvania will be worried. Alright, so the other thing that I want to do is I want to look for, I have a word window punch. I want to look for that really quick. And of course it would be in the punches on the bottom. So you can't ever find it. Oh, where did you go? Here it is. Oof. Okay. Ah. Ah. Oh my goodness. She won't. She's in a little itty bitty tiny campus in upstate Pennsylvania. It's all on a hill. So unless your friends are at like Penn State, Mont Alto, then, you know. Alright. So, now we want to stamp these cute little things. Oh, they're fine. Alright, so we have a couple of sentiments. I love your face, I love you silly, and I could just squish you. So let's go ahead and stamp these guys out in Whisper ink. So I have Love You Silly. You'll be fine. Love Your Face. Oh, I can just squish you is our family motto. It is, it is, it is. Okay, and I could just squish you. That's not going to work. Uh-oh. The I could just squish you doesn't fit, you guys, in the word window punch. Alright. I can do this. I'm going to have to find a blade. He is squishy. Very squishy. It's a big chunk. Alright, so now we got a little piece. Alright, so now I've got I could just squish you. Alright, so now what I want to do is I need to hole punch each of our little pieces here. I'm just going to line all three of them up. And I'm going to take my trusty little 1/8 inch Fiskars hole punch. And punch a hole. Now I'm going to grab some foam tape, or I have this, I'm sure these are Studio G. I'm going to put them off to the side. Alright, so for the word window punches, I'm just going to flag the ends. And I'm going to take a little bit of my Tombow liquid glue. Here we go. Oh, that was a lot. I have a project coming up, you guys, that is going to take some circle dies. So, going to need some little circle dies. It's cute. It says, "Love you, silly." I'm going to add some sparkle to that. Okay. Yep, I just got a set. I have like scallops, squares, and I have circle punches and things like that, but I did pick up a set of circle dies. These are the nesting dies, so I did pick these up from Michaels with a coupon. So anyway, all right, so we now have our cute little tags all done, and they are adorable. We're going to add some glitter and maybe some white. Yeah, we're just going to add some glitter. And you guys can do this with Wink of Stella pens, or this is the Jelly Roll pen. And I'm just coloring him in. This pink guy I'm making all sparkly. Probably would have worked better had I colored him in before I actually added a pop dot and glued him on here. He's all sparkly. TJ is 3 months old. And he's adorable. He's a huge chunk. Huge chunk. But he's cute. Alright. So that's all sparkly. You can kind of see it there a little. And then this guy, you know what? I bet you ouch. I think I have some googly eyes somewhere. It would be one that would be really cute with some googly eyes. But you guys know, the minute I want something, I can never find it. I'm still looking for googly eyes. Hold on. don't know where they are right off the bat. They weren't easily accessible. So we'll go ahead and glitter him up too. We'll give him a glittery eyeball. We'll make his horn thingies all sparkly. And we'll come down here with his little slimy trail. Make that all glittery too. Alright, so the next thing is I have some retired ribbon. If I can find it now. Oh, here it is. This is old Close to My Heart ribbon. Came with a wedding kit once upon a time. So what we're going to do is we're going to push these through. Maybe I should put the sentiments down, but I kind of like them off the tag. So I'm going to take my red hearts again, because I got a red heart on that one. And I'm going to add a red heart. To our cute little guy here. So here's this one. It says, "Love you, silly." So, and here's this guy. This one says, "I could just squish you." And then finally, we have this guy that says, "I love your face." So these are quick and easy, and the best part is you can use a 6x6 pad and create some really cute little treat bags wedding favors, Valentine's Day, table things for Easter. Little goodie boxes, that kind of stuff. So this one says, love your face. So that is the project. That is our first little project for tonight. There will be a second video. These are, this is the very first video. So I invite you to join me. The supplies that you saw, with the exception of the tag punch, are close to my heart items that you guys can find on my blog, well, on my website. And you can get there at scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and it'll take you over to my website. So you can order this cute little stamp, which is Love You Silly, with all these little guys. You still have time. And you guys can go on to part 2 for tonight's video.